A grandmother who cannot speak English is hit by a taser and taken to jail in North Georgia.
Taylor Stewart sat down with the woman and her granddaughter to give us her side of the story. Taylor.
I also spoke with Chatsworth Police, and everyone in this agrees that this resulted from a major communication barrier. Officers told the 87-year-old woman to drop her knife. She didn't understand their commands.
Obviously, my grandma did not look violent, and I think with the 3-4 officers that were here, I think they could have controlled her in other ways.
Martha DONAHUE says police made the wrong call, tasing, cuffing, and arresting her 87-year-old grandmother. She says her grandmother, who doesn't speak English, was cutting dandelions with a steak knife just across the street from her house when police approached her.
She said she was walking over towards her house over here and telling them that she was walking and that she was going to her house. And she told me that she was shocked over here in this general area. The area, with no signs and a broken fence, belongs to the Boys and Girls Club. Chatsworth Police Chief Josh Eldridge says officers were responding to a 911 call about an elderly woman with a knife on the property.
I immediately began running behind him. Just the nature of the call was a female with a knife down the Boys and Girls Club was enough to elicit an immediate response. Police say they approached the elderly woman with guns drawn, commanding her to put down the knife. She didn't drop it, even after they demonstrated. At one point in time, I actually removed the knife from my pocket and, show her a knife and then throw it down and threw my knife down on the ground, trying to make her understand what we wanted her to do. Martha says her grandmother couldn't understand what police were asking her to do.
The only thing the officer said was she had a knife in her hands, and we told her to drop it, and I said, well, she doesn't communicate, like she doesn't understand. And he said, well, we took our knives and dropped it on the ground. I think I said, like, she still doesn't understand.
Chief Eldridge says they used the least possible force and their actions are justified. She's seeing us, she hears what we're saying. She may not understand what we're saying, but we're telling her to stop, and there's a taser pointed at her, and there's a firearm that's unholstered there. Most people, that's kind of a universal command for stop. Police say they did not call EMTs to treat the 87-year-old woman after using the stun gun. Martha says she feels like that was negligent. Josh?
Taylor, thank you. The woman is charged with obstruction of an officer and criminal